I know what you're doing right now. You're checking their page again. You told yourself you wouldn't. You blocked them, then unblocked them, then told yourself it was the last time. And then you looked anyway. And it hurt. Again. Exactly like you knew it would. Or maybe you're still with them, going through the motions. Eating dinner across from someone you can't look at. Sleeping next to someone you don't recognize. Carrying the whole thing completely alone because you haven't told a single person and you don't even know why. Or maybe you just found out. And right now the world feels like it's underwater. Everything's slightly off. Every memory you have suddenly suspect. Wherever you are, I see you. You did everything right. You were loyal. You were present. You kept your word, and you got this in return. That's not on you. That's not a reflection of your worth. And anyone who implies otherwise can go to hell. You're allowed to be devastated. You're allowed to be furious. You're allowed to not be okay. But I need you to hear something, and I need you to actually let it land. You keep asking why. Why did they do it? What did I do wrong? Was I not enough? Was it something I said, didn't say, didn't do? Stop. That's the wrong question, and it's keeping you stuck. Here's the right question. Who actually does this? Not who makes a mistake. Not who has a moment of weakness. Who constructs a lie, sustains it across days and weeks and months, looks you in the eye, tells you they love you, and then goes right back to it. That's not a mistake. That's a decision made over and over again. Every single time they picked up the phone. Every time they deleted the messages. Every time they kissed you knowing what they'd just done. Every single time was a choice. That means you were never the variable. You were never the reason. You could have been the most attentive, attractive, present partner alive. And someone who is capable of this would still have done it. Because it was never about you. It was always about who they are. Let that sink in. Not to let them off the hook. To take yourself off the hook. Now, here's the part that's going to sting. But I'd rather you be angry at me than stay stuck. Every day you spend obsessing over why they did it is a day you're still handing them the remote control to your life. Every time you check their page, you're choosing them over yourself. Every day you stay numb and paralyzed is a day that they are living, moving on, making choices, building something, while you are standing still. You are giving your only non-renewable resource, your time, to someone who demonstrated clearly that you were not their priority. That is the one thing you cannot get back. And I know what you're thinking. It's not that simple. I loved them. We had years. We had a life. I know. That's real. The love was real, even if they weren't. But love is not the same as a debt you owe. You don't have to keep paying interest on a loan that was taken out in fraud. You are not obligated to sacrifice your future on the altar of a past that was built on lies. So here's what's actually true. You are, right now, today, in the middle of the worst of it, more self-aware than most people ever become. You know what real loyalty looks like, because you lived it. You know your own limits. You know what you will and won't accept. You know in your bones that you would never do this to someone you loved. That is not nothing. That is everything. The person who comes out the other side of this, if they do the work, if they stop shrinking, if they stop waiting for someone who already showed you who they are, that person is formidable. That person has standards carved from real experience, not just hope. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Not forgive, not forget, not focus on the positive. Just make one decision today that is for you, not for them, not for the relationship, not for the version of your life you planned, for the person you're becoming. Unfollow, block for real this time, book the appointment. Tell one person, write it down. Whatever it is, one move in the direction of yourself, because the life you deserve isn't behind you. It was never in that relationship. It's in front of you, and it's waiting.